Hey everyone, Kathy the Vegan Prepper here, and it's time for an Azure haul. Let's get into it. Vegan Prepper. Vegan Prepper. Here is a full shot of everything, as I usually do for anybody who doesn't really have a lot of time. If you would like to go ahead and just pause and zoom in, then that's totally fine. But here we go, let's go ahead and get started. 25-pound bag of brown long grain rice for turning into gluten-free all-purpose flour. Most of the all-purpose flour recipes online and in like one of my books, they use brown rice, like a combination of brown and white rice, and I have plenty of white rice, so I just needed a little bit of plain brown rice to get that recipe going, so that's what that is for. 2 more of the 10-pound boxes of the tinkyata brown rice pasta, specifically the shells and the fusilli. So here's the shape. Here's the shells, what those look like, and the fusilli. They're basically like long macaroni. They're hollow and kind of long and twisty. They're super yummy and fun, and I like those a lot. So basically that's what we get. This is hands down the best gluten-free pasta I've ever found. And so, yeah, it's good cold, which is the main thing. Like most gluten-free pastas are not good cold. This is, so you can actually do pasta salad, or like I've mentioned before in other videos where I've gotten the lasagna, cold lasagna is one of our favorite foods. And so we use the tinkyata lasagna noodles, not pictured here, but also purchased in bulk on Azure. And we use those for our lasagna, and it's good cold. So this basically, the way that these arrive, there's 2 5-pound bags inside of there. One of the 5-pound bags fits pretty much perfectly into a 2-gallon bucket. So this is how I store my bulk pasta once it's out of the box and out of the bag. And that's what these are here for. I didn't just get the buckets on Azure, although I did get them at Azure, but not this month, including the little gamma lids. But that's how I store my pasta, and I just figured I'd show that really fast. This is the cheapest way to buy this particular pasta, and I'm really grateful that Azure has bulk options. Next up, we've got a few more packs of oxygen absorbers just to have on hand for the next time that we do a giant food storage day and we need a ton of oxygen absorbers. It seems like we do always go through them relatively quickly, but they're also obviously just very handy to have on hand for multiple reasons. I'm going to be pretty soon, I'm going to be trying some of the cheaper food storage methods I've seen on Provident Prepper. Their YouTube channel is absolutely incredible. They have instructions on how to store your food long-term in PET plastic. So like certain just containers you get from the grocery store, like you don't even necessarily have to purchase a Mylar bag, but you still do need the oxygen absorbers. So I want to make sure that I have, plenty on hand for potentially starting to do that. And I'm looking forward to that. I got 2 containers of this vegetable broth powder. It's the no chicken flavor. It's actually really good. Our favorite not chicken broth on this earth is this one. See what I did? I did a clever hiding thing there because I did not get this on Azure, but this is our favorite. It's the one that tastes the best. However, this, like having it in powder form, is super handy for multiple reasons. Primarily, say making your own seasoning mixes, or making, you're pre-making like a hamburger helper type meal in a jar. And I'm pretty sure that I have put that on the channel before. If I can find it, I will find the link. We have over 200 videos at this point. Sometimes it's hard for even me to find where I've put stuff in the past. But if I haven't made a dedicated video, then I will. But this is just, a really great thing to have on hand for doing stuff like that, where you're doing kind of meals in jars. Because it's kind of oily and like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's I guess it's a bouillon cube, but it's not really dry. And so I don't know how I feel about putting that into jars. So that's kind of mainly what this is for. This is just for our everyday use. And boy, do we use it a lot because it's just the best and we love it. But this is also really good. But I did buy 2 packs instead of just 1 because you really do have to use a lot of it to get any of the flavor, and that is a slight bummer about this, but hey, it's still good in other things. Everything has pluses and minuses. The main minus of this is the extremely high levels of sodium. So I use only half as much as it says to use, and it still makes everything really delicious. Okay, 50-pound box of organic Yukon Gold potatoes. This was a great thing. I know one of my subscribers at one point did tell me in the comments, you can check kind of towards the end of your Azure, towards the end, like when they're about to cut you off, check and see if any of your prices have gotten lower. I know that if you put something in at the beginning, you lock in that price, but that's both good and bad. So if the price goes up, you lock in a lower price, but if the price goes down, you've locked in that higher price. So this was the only time I've seen so far that it got cheaper. And so it started off at $68 when I put it into my cart. And then when I checked right by my cutoff, it was something like $49, I think. It might have not been that much. I can't quite remember, but it's going to be on the screen, you know, whatever the correct thing is. So I ended up saving quite a lot of money just by checking. And so I'm very happy that that happened. But anyway, so I did save a lot of money on that just by checking. So yeah, check before your cutoff date, click on each item in your cart, see if it's gotten cheaper, and delete and re-add if necessary. I also grabbed a pound of this pizza seasoning, which looks amazing. One of our subscribers suggested it in the comments. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but yeah, I went ahead and got that because it did look so delicious, and I'm eager to try it on our pizza. Next time we have pizza, we're going to sprinkle some on and let you guys know what we think. Another one of my subscribers, this is like Azure Hall subscriber edition, mentioned something about the minced garlic going up, and I looked, and yeah, it has gone up a bit, but thankfully not much. But I still went ahead and grabbed a couple. This minced garlic is just, it's life. It's amazing. So this is like our favorite garlic. So I just grabbed a couple more packs of that. I like that it's kind of in more of a whole form, and that helps keep stuff fresh longer. So that's another reason I like this. So especially because I'm pretty sure this is still cheaper than the powder. You can buy this and powder it yourself with a dedicated coffee grinder. And then that will help save you some money. I got a 12-pack of the Simply Organic Sweet Basil Pesto Sauce Mix. Any of you who've been around for a long time or a while know that I really do love this brand, the fish taco seasoning. But I decided to try this one this time around because we've had a ton of that fish taco seasoning. The prices have gone back down. And so pesto is something that we don't get a lot of being vegan, and hopefully that ends up tasting delicious. Everything I've read says that it tastes delicious. So I will let you guys know when I know. And you know. Okay, then also a 1-pound bag of cinnamon sticks. And yet again, it's like subscriber edition. One of my subscribers on one of my videos, I believe a recipe video I posted where I posted using cinnamon sticks. This is actually cassia cinnamon. And I knew that there was a difference, but apparently there's concern about, like, I think it's coumarin content or something. So when you have a cinnamon stick that looks like this, which is like just a thick roll, they can look like this. This one's a little confusing because it's a little thinner, but it's still just like one piece. I don't know if you can tell what I'm talking about. Versus these guys, when you look at them, there's multiple pieces. There's like a mess of stuff in there. So this is true cinnamon, which is definitely more expensive than cassia cinnamon. From everything I've read, it shouldn't be a big deal, the coumarin content. I think it can be for certain people, so definitely look into it. But for me, I don't feel like unsafe using these, and I will keep using them. But I did want to go ahead and have some of the true cinnamon on hand for various recipes, possibly to make the switch. I have noticed that several of these have broken up in the bag. And so it's possible I could use some of these smaller pieces in this, like kind of in this same way. But I'm going to break them up and use them almost like I've used cinnamon chips in the past. And just put them into a tea infuser. Here, just one second. Something like this, where you can put the small pieces in and then stick it into your dish. Then, when your dish is cooked, I'm not having to fish out pieces of bark, because these aren't going to ever get soft. Like, you're going to want to fish them out. And you won't have to fish out pieces of bark. That'll all be right here. This is actually what I used when I cook with whole spices, oftentimes. I've shown this before in my videos. I just have it, and I also use it to make tea, but I use it like in my Instant Pot when I make my Indian recipes and they call for, you know, whole cloves or whole cardamom or whatever. I will stick those whole spices in here. You just open it up, and these are just you can find these almost anywhere. You open it up, stick your stuff in, close it, close the little latch. This is my preferred style, not the ones that are spring loaded, because those are almost invariably the springs become weak and the piece at the very end will kind of open and you won't have a full seal. And I just take this and I just take the entire thing and I'll just throw it right into my Instant Pot like that. Close the lid on top and cook it. And then everything is done and it's had that beautiful whole spice flavor added to the dish, but then you don't have to fish out whole spices. And so that's what I do. So that's what I'm planning to do probably with a lot of this, breaking it up more and using it kind of more in this. But we'll see my experiments and see how it goes. So anyway, I spent way too long on that, but hopefully that was worthwhile to you. The final item that I got in this haul was a 5-pound bag of potato starch. This goes right back to the beginning of building a gluten-free all-purpose flour mixture. Virtually all of them also call for potato starch, which is not something I have had on hand. So I just bought some to have on hand for creating gluten-free flour mixture. Then let's go ahead and head over to my desk and I'll talk to you guys about this. We are talking giveaway now. So that is this. And remember, this is a covert thing. This is a secret thing. Please don't mention the giveaway in the comments, because if I see it, I will delete it. As a rule, I don't delete comments, even the ones that are like, you're so gross, throw up face emoji, stuff like that. You know, I don't delete those because I believe in free speech. I put my money where my mouth is and I leave comments even when they're nasty. But I will delete a comment if you're mentioning the giveaway. So basically, what I want you guys to do this time around is comment down below. In your comment, we're doing like super secret spy stuff, like almost like a speakeasy, like let's knock on the door, what's the passcode, like that's how you enter the giveaway. This time around, it's going to be 2 periods somewhere in your comment. Just say, you know, I don't know, that pasta looks really good. Period. Don't just put 1 period, put 2 periods. Hopefully that is covert enough that people won't like notice it who don't know about the giveaway and then realize there must be a giveaway for whatever. Because sometimes people ask you to put a certain phrase and then everybody puts the phrase and then you kind of know, oh, there must be a giveaway on this video because everybody's saying the same phrase, right? So hopefully 2 periods is covert and hopefully this is not dumb. Hopefully this is worth it. I actually think it's kind of fun, like secret club stuff. Like we're all kind of in a nice little secret club together and I think that's kind of fun. But anyway, so go ahead and do that. All the details have been on the screen this whole time. This has been an incredible book so far. This weekend, actually, I am implementing one of the strategies. So a lot of people think of these ollas or olives. I don't know. I lived first, my whole life I have lived first in Texas and then in Arizona. So to me, double L is yeah. And it's really hard for me. Like when I'm reading Italian stuff, I want to pronounce every one of those double L's as yeah, because I just do. Like we have bello gusto, or bella gusto is like an Italian, and I'm gonna be like bella gusto. Like anyway, it's just how I'm used to it because of Spanish. Like I know a lot of Spanish and that's how I'm used to reading. But anyway, ollas, this thing right here is really expensive and hard to get. People think of this, but he goes through how to create your own using pots, like just regular terracotta pots, and like some of the tips on that from the grocery store and whatnot. So I'm going to be trying this. I'm going to be putting one right next to my lemongrass plant and seeing how it does. And I will definitely report how it goes at the end, later. Hopefully not at the end. At the end of the lemongrass. Hopefully this means it's not going to be an end to my lemongrass. Oh my gosh, you guys. I've been trying to film this so much. This is about take 7 of this segment. I'm going to go ahead and quit and not refilm it. But basically, yeah, just enter the giveaway. All the details are right there. Don't talk about the giveaway. And hopefully you win. And please seriously set an alarm for your phone. Set an alarm on your phone for that date so that you know to go look. And please just find where I've said "You're so amazing" in the comments. I know it's going to be a lot, but if you haven't seen me put "You're so amazing" yet, then I haven't chosen the winner. And then just check again to try to make sure that you get it. The last person did not claim their giveaway, and it just makes me really sad that that happens sometimes. So I'm trying to make absolutely sure it doesn't happen again. All right, and hopefully you enjoyed that and that was worthwhile to you guys. This book is on Azure, so you can get it in your next order, and then whoever wins will have it sent to them. And as always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye. I'm editing and I just had to get on to say whoever suggested the pizza seasoning, thank you so much. We had pizza last night and we basically shellacked it in this stuff. It was so incredibly good. So yes, the pizza seasoning, 100% worth it. I agree. Amazing stuff. Thank you again.